Hello, my fellow de Quervains sufferers. My name is Sherry. I've made a few posts on our page, not posts, but comments saying that I have cured both of my wrists using K-tape. I've had it now in both wrists, and I just wanted to kind of give you some guidelines of how I use this. Just to give you some background, I've had it first in my left wrist about 3 years ago and tried going through the traditional surgeon route of getting an injection and going to physical therapy. None of that brought me any relief. The only thing that I got out of physical therapy was how to apply the K-tape. The other things that also helped was taking a leave. I would take 3 a leave, but not twice a day, just once a day. And going on a vacation also helped. I'm a heavy wrist user. I'm a horse person by hobby and trade, so I'm always using my wrists all day long. Plus, heavy phone use is another problem for de Quervain sufferers. I don't see a lot of people talk about it, but the way we hold our phones and use our thumbs for texting is really bad for that tendon. So anyway, just to give you some more information about how long it took. Both wrists took about 8 months to heal. I started the K-tape right away when I got it on the second wrist. The pain that I have is my thumb, the tendon area, the back of my wrist, and in the beginning I had a lot of pain in this part of my hand. So the brand of K-tape I use is from Amazon. I'm not going to try to pronounce this. It's one of those weird branding names that they have on Amazon. I like this one because it's quite sticky. You need a lot of stick for your hands, otherwise it will just come undone. I used 2 strips. The nice thing about this is it does come in strips, so there's not as much cutting. And it's a little time consuming, so if you can save a little bit of time, the strips help. So it's real important that you have a good pair of scissors. If your scissors do not easily cut K-tape, then your scissors are not sharp enough. It should cut easily, almost like paper. So there's a sticky side with a backing, and the tape also stretches, all right? It's pretty durable. The big problem with K-tape is removing it, and I'll talk about it a little bit later, but this is just something else you might want to have on hand if you decide to go this route. Pulling the tape off will sometimes leave adhesive on your skin, and this is a bandage remover. You put a little bit on a cotton ball, and it basically wipes off. So just have that on hand. Otherwise, your arm can get pretty sticky. And pay attention to how I remove it so that you'll have less skin problems. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut it about 2/3 in length. And I round the corners. And I'm going to set this piece aside because I'm going to use it. So what I can do is tear the backing, but you can just do it by pulling the tape apart. So see how it's separated now like that? It makes it a little easier for applying it. So I'm going to pull off one end, and this one is going to go right at the tip of my thumb, but not all the way to the tip. So you see where it is? Then I'm going to pull it. So I would say about 75% of its elasticity. Then I remove the rest of the backing, pull it back about 75% again, and press it down and smooth it out. When you rub it with your hand like this, it warms the glue and helps it stick. Already, you will notice that your hand is more comfortable. It's that fast. The second piece, I'm going to cut it the same way, maybe a little bit shorter. Oops, I didn't round that corner very well. Again, I'm going to pull the backing off. This one I'm going to bring in between my thumb and forefinger. Just going to wrap it like that. And then wrap it, oops, I got to take this piece off, this backing. And I'm going to only pull it about 50% on this one. Got to be careful because sometimes it kind of kinks right there. And then wrap it like that and then smooth it down. Now I'm going to take this longer piece. I think this part is important. They didn't do this in my physical therapy, but because I knew I had pain in the back of my wrist, this really brought me a lot of relief. So I round the edge on that one. I'm going to stick it on top of the end right there. Pull it about 75% across the back of my wrist. Smooth it down. So can you see how it's taped up now? This last piece, I'm going to cut lengthwise in half, rounding the corners. Tear it again. This one is going to go around my thumb. It's real important to keep your thumb stabilized so you're not bending it a lot. And I just wrap it so that it's tight enough so that it's hard to bend my thumb, but not too tight to cut off the circulation. This is so comfortable. I don't have de Quervains anymore. I guess technically I do. I don't have any pain anymore. I can feel that there's some sensitivity and a little bit of instability in the wrist, so I try to protect it, but I no longer wrap it. But after wrapping it, I'm kind of like, maybe I should go back to it because it really feels a lot better with the tape on it. But I would say my pain is gone. My pain, there's no pain. I can do the Finkelstein test. There's none. So the way that you remove it, this is how I remove it so that it's easy on your skin. You're going to cut this piece right here. So you're going to go take your knife and go under, take your scissors, go under the tape in front of your thumb. Peel it back from here. Take this piece off, and this is the important part, is that you always want to pull it back against the way you put it on, and you roll it back against the skin. So again, here, I'm going to take this top piece and roll it back against the skin. Don't lift up on it. That will rip the skin. All right? So if you do get a rip in your skin, ripping that off, get some of these non-adherent dressing pads, cut a little piece off, put that between the tape and wherever your skin is sore, or if you have any kind of tear in your skin from removing the tape. You can also, over the tape, put a glove on like this. This is a nitrile glove so that you can do things like dishes, anything where your hand's going to get soiled, and that way you don't have to replace the tape very often. I always replaced it at least once a day, usually after I took a shower. But obviously, it's up to you how often you want to change it. Definitely when it starts to come off, that's when you need to replace it. With this brand of tape, it comes in 3 rolls, and it lasts about a month if you replace it at least once a day. And there's probably enough to replace it more than once a day. And it costs about $14 for this tape, $14 to $15. All right. I hope this helps everybody and brings you some relief. And feel free to ask me any questions.